Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Heroes of the Week. What is Heroes of the Week? It is a football show that I broadcast live on this channel that is Teachers the Neck channel. If you like these videos and if you would like to make sure you don't miss any future live shows, make sure you hit that subscribe button and you can also smash the like button while you are on it. And as usual, in the Heroes of the Week show, I'm going to be discussing my heroes, villains, teams of the week, as well as takeaways of the week. I should be joined by a friend of the show, Leontes from the Netherlands. Today, Nrup cannot make it or couldn't make it because apparently he is not feeling very well. He's a bit under the weather, and that's why he called in sick. In fact, he didn't call in sick. He texted in sick, but I'm not sure that's the phrase that people use. Probably not. Yeah, he can't make it, but we should have Leontes. But we have to wait a little bit because I think he's running late. But let me also check if I have if our communication is working. Just give me 1 second. By the way, guys, feel free to get involved in the chat. As always, I would like this to be an interactive show, so make comments while you watch the show. Leave comments, and you can leave comments whenever. Really, doesn't have to be now. Whenever it has helped the channel. And so this is a football show, so we're going to be discussing football. It's not exclusively about the Premier League, but of course, as you know, I do enjoy watching the Premier League, and that's why the focus is mainly the Premier League. But I'm also from the Czech Republic, so occasionally my heroes and villains of the week might be from the Czech League as well. Yes, that's right. Because I watch the Czech League as well. I would say it's my sort of number two league that I watch whenever I have time. Also, if you're wondering what on earth I'm wearing today, well, I haven't become a Liverpool fan, but I bought this shirt because it was quite cheap here in Vietnam. It's not really the original shirt, but it looks good. And I thought I might as well, since it's not a team that I necessarily hate. For example, I wouldn't buy a Tottenham shirt. So I would say Liverpool is one of those teams that I respect, and so it's okay to buy a shirt and occasionally put it on like this, even though it's not my favorite team. Right, so I can see there are some people watching us live. Guys, I'm waiting for my guest to show up before we start with the show, so I have to just improvise, until he comes. You may see in the background a cat. It's my roommate's cat. Currently it's a kitten, and she's currently a little bit wild. This cat has like moments when she's sleeping and it's like so nice, and basically you can't hear any sound of her or any you can't hear of her, but now she's more of a hunter. She has become a hunter, and she's chasing some sort of insect, and unfortunately it's a flying insect, so the cat is getting frustrated that she's finding it really difficult to catch that flying insect. I think it's some sort of ladybug or something, ladybird, something along those lines. And yeah, so I'm getting distracted as well. You may see there she is, somewhere there. You may see her tail right now. Yeah, so actually she's helping me with the show. I would like to start talking about football, but I feel like I don't, I want Leontes to be here with me. Well, you know what? If he doesn't join within the next in the next 3 minutes, then I promise I will start by myself. Let's see what happens. So guys, don't forget that this is not the only football show that I have. There is also the Footgrish podcast, which is available wherever you get your podcasts: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, what's basically the usual places. Like you can download an app onto your phone. For instance, I use an app called Podcast Republic to listen to my podcasts. And yeah, so that's how you can get the Footgrish podcast. And it's a slightly different concept from this. This one is more interactive. The Footgrish podcast has one topic. I usually invite a football fan that supports a specific football team, and then we discuss the result of or the performance of that fan's team, and that's the usual concept. And then, of course, at the end of the show, there's also the language corner, which is the part of the show where I explain some vocabulary or grammar, pronunciation, you name it. And yeah, that's the idea of the show. The Heroes of the Week is, as I said before, about sort of picking in our opinion, the most valuable players, the heroes of the week, then the least valuable players of the. Now you can clearly see the cat now, can't you? Yeah, I don't want to repeat myself too much because I would bore you, but you know what? I think it's time for me to start with the segments. So I'll just begin with the team of the week. So my team of the week has to be Chelsea. Okay, this is one of those teams that I would not buy a shirt of. I definitely would not buy a Chelsea shirt, although never say never. You know, maybe I don't have a blue one. Yeah, and it's better to buy a Chelsea shirt than a Man City shirt. So maybe I should go for an Everton shirt instead. Yeah, Chelsea deserve it. They have been consistently good and winning games left, right, and center. They have this manager Maresca who's doing an excellent job. Suddenly, it looks like that all those young talents are starting to click, and there's a clear system. They also prioritize the league. They took out some of the players from the Conference League lineup. For example, Cole Palmer isn't playing in the Conference League, so they made some sort of choices that I think are for the best. And yeah, it's starting to pay off. They are second in the league. Is it like 7 points behind Liverpool right now? I think so, something like that, right? And I think they have become a title contender, especially considering the City form, which is appalling, is awful. Again, they didn't win their game. And so it looks like Chelsea have a chance. We will see if Liverpool go all the way or they have some sort of blip along the way as well. We will see. I think some tough games for Liverpool are approaching, but it's hard to say. So guys, let me know. We are still waiting for Leontes. So if you have your team of the week, why don't you put it in the comments and I can read out the comment, and that will help me prolong this time that I'm giving to Leontes to show up. So yeah, anybody has their team of the week? Would you also give it to Chelsea like me? You think my choice is fair, or do you disagree with me? I should say that they beat Tottenham Hotspur 4-3. I think in one of those excellent games of football. As a neutral fan, 7 goals scored in a game is always great. But they were 2-0 down as well. So that's no mean feat to turn it around in that fashion. So Chelsea are just flying at the moment. They are really on top. And yeah, they seem to have a lot of morale and sort of willpower to deal with difficult situations, difficult moments that the beautiful game, football, presents. And that's how you win games. That's how you become champions. So I hope they don't become champions. I would rather Liverpool won it, of course. But obviously Arsenal would be the best team to win it, especially with their corners, with their corner kick routines, which have been amazing lately. So, yeah, let's continue with Hero of the Week. My hero of the week is someone that you guys may not know, because I have no idea if you watch the Czech League. His name is Marek Matejovsky. He is a Czech footballer that scored a hat trick at the age of 42 years of age and 11 months. So, pretty much a 43-year-old player, which means this player is older than me, and he scored a hat trick in the first Czech league. It's absolutely amazing. It's an impressive thing to do. You may remember Marek Matejovsky playing for the English team Reading. I think they were in the Premier League when he joined them, and I believe he scored one like cracker or stunner, and a stunning goal. You can Google it for sure. Just Google Matejovsky's goal against Reading, and this hat trick was also phenomenal. But it was against a weak team. Arguably, we should really stress that. But still, scoring a hat trick at the age of 43. I remember how in my late 30s I stopped scoring goals completely. Like, I used to score quite a lot of goals when I played as a midfielder for a village team, wasn't a professional team, but I would score goals on a regular basis, not every game, but regularly. I would always score a few goals per season, but not in the uh, sort of not at the end of my sort of career. Yeah? I could see like the last 5 years I stopped scoring goals, so that's why it's quite admirable to manage that. So kudos to Marek Matejovsky, Mladá Boleslav player. Okay. Yeah, Marek Matejovsky also used to play for Sparta Prague, by the way, guys. Yeah, and he was the Czech international too. But let's deal with the villain of the week, and I'm gonna give it to Gabriel Martinelli. Unfortunately, Arsenal didn't win their game against Fulham. They were held to a draw, and they did score the winner. It was Bukayo Saka's header, but it was ruled out because of an offside. And it's, in my opinion, Gabriel Martinelli's mistake to be in that offside position. He should have done better. He should have left the offside position to allow this action to be played out legally, right? So this, in my opinion, is a mistake. And Gabriel Martinelli is out of form. He's not the same player he was 2-3 years ago, and that sucks. And we need him, and we need a strong left side. And we have Trossard, who is a good player, but it's not the same. Like, the quality of that side, of the left side, is not as good as the right side with Saka. So I'm not talking about Raheem Sterling, who did absolutely nothing at Arsenal. But Saka, of course, is world class. But Gabriel Martinelli, not the same player anymore. I don't know what's going wrong for him, but it's not happening right now, which is unfortunate. My takeaway of the week has to be the fact that there are some things which are more important than football. And you may have heard that, I believe it was 2 days ago, West Ham United player Mikel Antonio had a serious car accident. And just Google Antonio's car in that car accident. I mean, it doesn't look like a car that the person sitting inside this could have survived. Sorry, I didn't say it in the right way. The car doesn't appear to be in a good condition at all. It's just completely destroyed. And if you think about like the person sitting inside that car having an accident, you would think that that person is either dead or lost limbs or something. But it turns out that Antonio only has a broken leg. I mean, it looks like it's a serious fracture, I'm not a doctor, but that's what I heard. But he was never at risk of losing his life. So that's the most important thing, because the first sort of pieces of news, it sounded very serious, because he was airlifted as well from the place. I think they needed a helicopter to transport him into a hospital. So obviously he has been at West Ham United for a lot of years, I believe, 10 and more years. So he's a West Ham United legend, we could say. And it's sad, because I think he's 33 years old, and I heard that they need to wait about 1 year to know if he will even be able to continue playing football. And at this age, it looks like his career might be over. I know the most important thing is that he's alive at this point, right? He's alive. But it's still kind of sad to see a player of his quality go, if he does go indeed, because you never know. He is one of those players that doesn't age, it seems. He's still running. He was running before the accident like a crazy person on the pitch, always causing havoc. So we will see if he might still be back at some point, but it would be a bit of a miracle if he was back. It's a miracle that he is alive, to be honest, seeing his car. So, and we have a comment from Max. It's good to see you, Max. Good to see you, man. Are you all right? Are you okay? Thank you for watching the show. Thank you for your comment. And yeah, I'm talking about Mikel Antonio here, and this is my takeaway of the week. Just to, I don't know what he was doing. Apparently, he was driving a Ferrari. You can only speculate. Like, probably it was at high speed, or I think he was going back from his training. We don't know the details, but someone who has a Ferrari probably wants to sort of enjoy the car, right? I don't know. Just people should just be more careful. It's not just your own health. It's also other people's health, right? Other people's lives that can be at risk. The road is such a dangerous place. So please, guys, be careful on the road. All right, let's deal with this. So to be honest, I didn't expect I didn't expect to do this show alone, but it looks like that's what's going to happen. I don't even know what the vocabulary of the week will be, because I didn't pay attention to what I was saying. Was there anything interesting that I used? Any kind of interesting vocabulary? I guess I said that Mikel Antonio was airlifted. Yeah, so just imagine, if you're lifted, you're taken from the ground, right? So airlifted. You're taken from the ground by air, meaning air transport, right? Like, traveling by air would be like using a plane, and in this case it was a helicopter. So he was airlifted to the hospital, which is an interesting verb, I suppose, to be airlifted. It's also used in the passive voice, and probably helped to get him to the hospital quickly, and that's what was the most important thing. So yeah, I think we will leave it there. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching the show, and hopefully next time we will have someone joining us. But I should have Leontes on the Footglish podcast, so if you didn't manage to catch him now, don't worry. We will talk about Manchester City, because that's the club that Leontes supports. So I think you will be able to still enjoy my friend Leontes. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you can please give the show a like, that would be really helpful. And everyone stay safe. Take care. Bye-bye.